Hello everyone. Today in this video we are going to discuss about a very important topic in electrostatics that is called Gauss law. Gauss law is one of the fundamental law of physics. Gauss law helps to calculate electric field at any point due to the charge distribution. In the figure we can see a closed surface. So generally मैंने क्या किया है, I've considered a closed surface, and for the simplest case I've considered a cube which is enclosing some charges q1, q2, q3, q4, q5, q6. We assume these all charges to be positive charge, and these are the field lines. These are the field lines coming out from this closed surface S. Let the closed surface is represented by S. So Gauss law states that the electric flux through a closed surface S is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the total charge enclosed by the surface S. Mathematically we can write the electric flux through a closed surface phi E is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the total charge enclosed by this surface. But what is phi E? Phi E for a closed surface is given as the closed surface integral of E dot dA vector. Therefore we have the closed surface integral of E dot dA vector is equals to 1 by epsilon naught times the total charge enclosed, and this is the mathematical form of Gauss law and the statement of the Gauss law. Here Q enclosed is the total charge inside the closed surface S. So Q enclosed is including all the charges inside the surface. This is equal to sum of all the charges Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3, Q4, Q5, Q6 and so on, using addition rule for the charge. This charge enclosed by the surface should be inside the surface and not outside the surface. So this is your mathematical form of the Gauss law, which is the statement of the Gauss law. Now let's prove the Gauss law. Proof. So let's prove this Gauss law, that flux through any closed surface is 1 by epsilon naught times the total charge enclosed within the surface. So let's try to prove this Gauss law. Just for the simplicity, consider a sphere. Of radius R. Let us assume that there is a charge Q at the center of the sphere, such that the electric field lines are perpendicular to the surface. So if you move along the surface of the sphere, you'll find that the electric field lines are perpendicular on the surface. I'll explain you in the later video why the electric field lines can only be a perpendicular on the surface and it cannot have a parallel component on the surface. So consider a small elemental part on the surface of area ds. Let us assume the total surface area of this surface to be s ds, such that the area vector on this ds is given as, or you can assume the area to be dA. Just for the simplicity, as we have mentioned the area vector to be a dA vector, so we have assumed the area element on the surface of dA such that the area vector is given by dA vector, and the electric field lines coming out from this surface is also perpendicular to the surface E, such that electric field and area vector are parallel to each other. So therefore, what is flux? It is given as closed surface integral of E dot dA vector. Okay. If this is your r, let us assume the unit vector along this area vector to be r cap. So electric field on the surface from the center of the sphere is given as q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square, capital R square, into r cap. This is a total electric field on the surface of the sphere enclosing a charge q at the center. And what is dA vector? It is having a magnitude dA. It is, and the area vector is along the r cap, so it is again r cap. So therefore, the flux phi E is given as closed surface integral of q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught capital R square into r cap dot dA into r cap. Okay. Now the magnitude of q is constant, 4 pi epsilon naught, r is constant. R, as you move on the surface of the sphere, your r remains constant. So therefore, q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square will be a constant. It comes outside, and closed surface integral of, now it will be dA, and we have r cap dot r cap, which is equals to 1, and hence this becomes q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught capital R square, closed surface integral of dA. This means dA is a small area element on the surface. If you integrate this area element through the entire surface of the sphere, you will get the total surface area of the sphere, total surface area, and therefore the flux, this implies that the flux through this closed surface, that is a sphere, is given by q by 4 pi epsilon naught capital R square into 4 pi capital R square, which is the surface of the sphere. 4 pi and 4 pi gets cancelled, R square and R square get cancelled, and we get q by epsilon naught, or it can be written as 1 by epsilon naught times the total charge q which is enclosed by this surface. Hence we prove the Gauss law, which is flux through a closed surface. These are the flux, the flux through a closed surface is given by the total charge which is enclosed by the surface times 1 by epsilon naught. This proves your Gauss law. So this is all about Gauss law. Thank you so much.